What is happening, beautiful people? Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Islam. If you're watching for the very first time, welcome. My name is Aman. Today I'm going to talk about something that I learned way back in my multi-level marketing days, which really helped me convert sales. And I'm going to show you guys this presentation I did for you guys, and hopefully this will help you guys, convert more sales, help you with your sales pitches, even in business in general, communicating and engaging with the right people the right way. So I'm going to go into this information. And like I said, hopefully, guys, this will make sense. You'll be really shocked and surprised how good this stuff works once you understand the personality types. And that's what we're talking about here, is how to convert more sales by understanding the 4 personality types. So why do the personality types matter? People are driven by different things. You know what I mean? So I may be driven by, say, money. You may be driven by something else. You may be driven by something else. This is really important to understand, because when you're trying to convey a message to someone, you need to speak the right language to hit a chord with them. And that's what the whole point of this presentation is. Now, people are driven by different things because they're all wired differently. What does that mean? Like the way I do things is totally different than the way you do things. The reasons why I do things are totally different than possibly the reasons why you do things. So we're all different in that respect. What interests you may or not interest someone else. And that's really important to understand, because there's so many times I've been in meetings or sales pitches or these business meetings where they start to impose their will and they don't understand, the perspective of the other person. So you got to really keep that in mind. Understanding these personality traits will help you engage with the person on an emotional level. And that's where it really counts. You want to be able to have a conversation on an emotional level, talk about things in the right way. It's funny, we use sea animals to help understand the personality types, which are sharks, dolphins, urchins, and whales. And we're going to go into those shortly here. So what are sharks? Sharks are all about the money. They're natural leaders. From a professional standpoint, they tend to be in positions of leadership, i.e. managers, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and other high-paying careers. You can really tell sharks when they're in the room by their firm handshake, the way they're dressed. They're really into expensive things, and all they do is talk about money, profits, and stuff like that. They're very dominated in that respect. The key thing is when you're trying to prospect a shark for whatever it is you're trying to do, I would start with the compensation plan, or talk about the revenues or the profits. Don't waste your time with all the fluff and all this other stuff. They want to hear about the money, and they want to know how much is on the table. That's really important. The other personality type are dolphins. Dolphins are all about the fun, the parties. They know how to have a great time. You're going to know a dolphin when you see them in the room, because they're going to light it up. You know what I mean? They're just fun to be around. Like I said in the notes, they're a life of the party, know how to make people laugh and feel good. From a professional standpoint, they tend to have fun and flexible jobs such as event planners, travel agents, concierge, dance instructors, etc. Now, this is exactly what I mean by personality type. You do not want to go into a sales pitch or a presentation with a dolphin and talk about money, because they really don't care about that sort of stuff. They just want to have fun. So when prospecting a dolphin, you have to let them know about the fun aspects of what you're doing. Talk about the incentive trips, traveling to the national convention, recognition of rank advancement, company parties, etc., etc. It's the only way you're going to get their attention if you talk about those things. Urchins, urchins are the ones that are going to drive you absolutely insane. They're so data-driven, you know what I mean? Paralysis by analysis. It takes them such a long time to make a decision, because they need to know all the numbers. They need to know all the data. They're going to go through it. And it's one of those things where it's just absolutely frustrating, but there's nothing you can do, because that's the way they are. Urchins are very logical, and things must make sense to them before they can move forward. And that's so true. So the best thing you can do with the urchins is basically give them all the information, give them your pitch, start off with sort of like, what the company is about, the status of the company, how many employees, all the stuff that matters to urchins. Give them all the information. You just have to let them be. You can't pressure them for an answer. You can't push them for an answer. You just got to give them all the information. They'll decide on their own. So from a professional standpoint, they tend to be in positions that require attention to details, such as accountants, attorneys, engineers, etc. When prospecting an urchin, you have to let them know that the company is solid, the industry is growing, and that your company's products contain high-quality ingredients. I'm telling you, this is the truth. I've worked with urchins my whole life, and it's just absolutely frustrating that they're so data-driven, but that's how they are. If you want to get their attention, you really need to focus on those sort of details. Finally, we have whales. Whales are a caring bunch of people that love to help people. They have that save the world attitude, and they don't care about anything else. They're interested in how a company is helping other people, i.e. charity work. You know, how much they're giving for donations and stuff like that. From a professional standpoint, whales tend to work in positions where they help others, such as doctors, nurses, caregivers, counselors, teachers, etc. When prospecting a whale, you have to let them know that your company helps people. This is really important. Focus on sharing things such as the products that can help people lose weight, save money, and I've already mentioned, talk about the charities that they may be involved in this company. When prospecting a whale, you have to let them know that your company helps people. Focus on sharing things such as products that can help you lose weight, save money, and I've already mentioned this, but you can talk about your company's charity events. You can talk about, all the money they're giving to charity, anything that's helping people around the world that will really, really help. So why is understanding these 4 personality types really important? Most people have a dominant personality type, and understanding that is vital to engage with a person to get their attention. Like, for example, myself, I am probably a dominant whale with a strong shark. So I don't have one trait that totally overpowers me, but you guys may be different. I don't know. You must learn how to interact with all the personality types if you want to be successful in whatever you're trying to sell, introduce, sales pitch, whatever it is, because if you speak the right language to the right person, you're automatically going to convert more. You must learn to speak the language of all the personality types and cater any conversations, presentations, etc. accordingly. Again, I've given you the reasons why you want to speak on that same level. Ask the appropriate questions and listen for the answers, as this will help you determine what personality type someone may be. How to identify personality types. Observe them, obviously. See what they, their clothes, their mannerisms, what they're talking about. Ask the right questions. Listen to the answers after you ask those questions, because those are really crucial. So firstly, you may be able to get clues from observing them. What are they wearing? Fancy jewelry, khaki clothes, no jewelry. All these things will give you a clue of what kind of personality type they may be. What kind of car do they drive? Sharks will have possibly expensive cars. Urchins will have something practical. Dolphins will have something fun, something bright, something colorful. And whales will have something that probably saves the planet, like a, electric car or something. Just take a look around and see, are they outgoing and the life of the party, or are they quiet and reserved? All these things are clues that may be able to help you. Do they prefer to sit alone and read, or love being surrounded by people? Another great indicator. What questions could you ask? What type of work do you do? What do you like to do for fun? If money was no object, what would you do with it? This is a really good question, actually. I use this quite a bit. If you could go anywhere on vacation, where would you go and who would you take with you? So these are great questions to ask to kind of give you a feeling of what possibly the personality type or personality types a person may be. Once you've asked those questions, this is where the hard part comes in. You got to actually listen to the answers and try to assess in your mind what personality type they are. Do they talk about helping people? Are they only talking about money or what they're going to buy next? Do they talk about traveling or attending parties, concerts, other events? Do they ask a lot of detail-oriented questions? You see what I'm saying? Like, when you look at these, questions that you're thinking in your head, you're automatically going to start filtering people out. And that way you can cater, your conversations to whichever personality type you may be speaking to. So guys, in conclusion, there's 4 personality types you really need to understand. Now, most people will be dominant in one, but that doesn't mean they're not going to have traits of the other one. Like I gave you my example, I'm a dominant whale, right? But I'm also a strong shark. I love helping people, but also, want to understand the money, and money's important to me. So again, just to kind of review, sharks are all about the money. Dolphins are all about the fun. Urchins are all about the numbers. Whales are all about helping people. Customize any sales pitches, meetings, and conversations with the personality types in mind to make that personal connection. This is really key and probably the most important part of the presentation. I should have bolded that, actually. Knowing how to engage with people while keeping their personality types in mind will help you convert those sales because you hit an emotional chord with them. This is proven, guaranteed to work. I've done it many times. Now, I'm not saying that every single personality type that you cater towards and you get that sales pitch or presentation bang on, you're going to convert. That's not what I'm saying. But think about it this way. Imagine giving the same sales pitch without changing anything. Say you started with money first and you talked about, helping people next, or whatever it is in that order. You said the same one to 4 different people. One's a shark, one's a dolphin, one's an urchin, one's a whale. What do you think is going to happen? You know what I mean? You're probably going to lose 2 or 3 of them right off the bat. Okay, again, depending on how you hit an emotional chord with them. So you can use these techniques to meet with people, talk with people, and hopefully this will help you convert more sales or whatever it is you're trying to do in your business. Hope you guys enjoyed today's quick presentation. I'm hoping to do more stuff like this. If you find it interesting, if you got any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. If you want to see more stuff like this, also let me know. I greatly appreciate it. But I want to say, if you're watching this vlog for the very first time, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please subscribe, part of the family. If you want to see more vlogs just like this, please click on the on the sky. Of course, to my peeps, be you, stay optimistic, enjoy the rest of your night. Here's a big high five from me to all of you.